Welcome to the Mama Bear Den. Remember your headphones. Hello? Hello? Are you waking up yet? Oh, there you are. I was worried. I had made some adjustments to the matter relocator, but I was worried you weren't gonna wake up anytime soon. It's probably the shock of suddenly not being where you were and being somewhere else. I'll keep working on the issue and see if I can come up with something. In the meantime, though, I saw that you were not doing anything for the evening, and I was hoping you would join me for a jaunt through your solar system. Oh, thank you, my love. I downloaded your solar system database on your Wikipedia. Yes, Wikipedia. Is that not how it's pronounced? It's not pronounced like Wi-Fi? It's Wikipedia. Okay, that's an odd way of saying it, but I'll take your word for it. Anyway, as one of the first people on your planet to visit a extraterrestrial craft that I'm aware of, at least, I figured we could take a look at some of the other celestial bodies in your solar system firsthand. After all, Earth is but one of many of the planets in your solar system. And there it is. Nice little gold and green. That's what I said, isn't it? Yes, blue and green. I'm sorry, I suppose I see colors a little differently. Either way, it's an amazing and beautiful little planet. Well, yes, solid planets like this that sustain life tend to be rather small, and they tend to only be in a certain band from smaller suns like yours. That's just how, what's the saying? How the cookie falls apart? You have such cute colloquialisms on your world. It's delightful, to say the least. Anyway, shall we skip the two inner planets for now and go to Mars? I figured you might want to see the planet that your people have been so adamant about reaching lately. It's all over your pop culture media, after all. How will we get there so fast? Oh, don't worry. My ship is equipped with a quantum relativity drive. We can simply be there almost instantaneously. I know I've thrown around the word quantum quite a bit around you, but most of the technology that I use is based around quantum principles. The relativity drive, how to put it simply, it's, if you're familiar with folding space, it's not too dissimilar from that, but instead of folding it in a conventional way, like you would a sheet of paper, it folds it through the quantum realm so that the two spots literally become one, and there's none of that space-time continuum muckety-buck. So, for an instant, we're traveling through the quantum realm. It's a higher plane of existence, and come to think of it, that might actually be one of the reasons you have issues with the matter relocator. Let me run a few calculations real quick. And it seems to be that's exactly it. Your people haven't evolved to the point where they've developed a sense or even a tolerance of that sort of thing. Well then, we have two options. Either I genetically modify you so that you can tolerate it, or I shield you from it. And honestly, with your inability to fully take the last genetic modification I attempted on you, I'm more prone to just shield you for now, at the very least. Okay, shielding you it is. There we go. You should be completely and fully shielded, and nothing should affect you. Now, shall we take our little trip? I will activate the relativity drive in 3, 2, 1. There we go. That wasn't so bad, now was it? And here we are in Mars orbit, I do believe. It's the 4th planet in your solar system, and it has a rich iron oxide coating over the entire surface. So I do believe we have arrived. So what do you think? Being the first of your species to lay eyes on it directly at this distance. Quite the romantic planet, isn't it? Like a giant rose just hanging in the sky. Though perhaps it's a bit wilted, since iron oxide is rust, I believe. The combination of metal that's been turned to dust by air. I do believe that wilted white flowers are often given to those you love as a symbol of eternal devotion, if I'm not mistaken. And often they have a red tinge to them. Obvious hints aside, it's still quite romantic, seeing such a dead and lifeless planet, and yet still full of hope and vibrance for especially your people. Of all the celestial bodies in your system, this one is by far the most habitable and the closest. So, Are there any other planets that you would like to see next? I know I'd like to see Jupiter with you. Very well then. And here, before us, is one of the largest gas giants in your system. Right down there is that giant storm that's been going for eons. Honestly, I have no idea how long it's been going on, but I suppose with the intensity that it's burning with, it could go on forever. And there's another smaller storm that it passes by every once in a while. If those two ever join together, there's a possibility that it could rip the planet apart if it ever got too strong. Such a violent gas giant. I suppose that's one of the more romantic things about it, though. It looks so calm and peaceful over most of it, but there's burning passion raging across it. So much so that it threatens its very existence. Much like my own feelings for you threaten to rip my own bivalve apart every time I think about you. But I suppose that's neither here nor there, now is it? The moons around Jupiter, they're rather an interesting lot as well. They're hard to see at this altitude, but my scanners can bring them up if you like. The first one, it's Io. It's an interesting little moon. There's Europa. That's a roughly standard moon. I've seen many like it. Ganymede, it seems to be similar to your moon. And then there's Callisto. That one, I think that one has the most potential. However, out of all of these, for your people, I think Io would be the most interesting to explore. Yes. My people would be more interested in exploring Callisto, but yours... I think the differences in our people really show through in these moons. And the reason I say that is because Io is quite volcanic, and that would lead it to have a lot of rare minerals, and your people seem to require a lot of rare minerals for markets and things like that, and your people are quite resource hungry. As for Callisto, it's tidally locked, and my people come from a tidally locked world. That's the kind of places that we seek out to live on. If there's no atmosphere, we make some. If there's no water, we create it. If it's not entirely habitable to our needs, we make it so. But we can't exactly change orbits or make a planet not spin. So we look for places that are tightly locked like this, and even if it's around a planet rather than a sun, we make do and we work with it. So if we were to colonize anywhere in this solar system, this would be it. However, as you are aware, I'm sure by now, we are quite adamant about following regulation, and with a sentient species, primitive or not, we do not encroach on the territory of that species. Since you are stretching out to another planet in your solar system, I do not believe that we would try to colonize any other celestial body in your system, unfortunately. Now, would you like to see the next planet in the system? You've gone further from your home than anyone ever dreamed. Vach! That's my supervisors. They've been watching me closer than I thought. I need to return you home before I answer this call. I shouldn't have kidnapped you again. I've got some explaining to do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see you again. I don't know if we'll ever get to see each other again. Just know that if we don't ever meet again, I love you. Please, take very good care of yourself. Space is the place for love to bloom. Space is the place for love to become one with you. Space is the place to tell your love how you feel for them. Space is the place for love to blossom tonight.